The Squires picking up that dough to send the doctor to New York in the deal that made the Nets the ABA champions. Carter, as you saw, made them both, even at a dozen. Marvin in traffic missing, and Owens with the rebound. The former Spirit with the outlet to Chuck Williams, and Williams in a hurry to the front court. Cross-court pass to Carter. Steve Jones picking him up. Outside it goes to Finch, and then back to Williams, working the ball, looking for the open shot. 30-second clock reads 15. This is Owens along the baseline, double team. Pass swatted away, but Williams picks it up. His jumper short. Carter with the rebound as it bounces out to him, and Carter hits. George Carter makes it 14-12 in favor of Memphis. They lead by 2. Freddie Lewis bringing it across. Top of the key, right side, Steve Jones. The jumper, bang, and we're even up at 14. Steve Jones suffered through a shooting slump about a quarter of the way through this season, but has worked his way out of it and come on tough recently. This is Williams along the right sideline. Kennedy trying to help Lewis out on defense. Stu Johnson shakes free for the pass. Back to Williams, but Freddie knocked it away and made the steal. Now he's on the front end of the break. Behind the back to Marvin. Pretty play. 2 for Marvin Barnes, and a great assist for Freddie Lewis. 16-14 St. Louis, and knocking the ball out of bounds is Terry Driscoll as he cuts in front of George Carter. With so many rookies playing so much for the Spirits, Harry, it's so important to have a veteran like Freddie in there.
Freddie's been a settling influence on our ball club, and of course his scoring doesn't hurt too much either.
Carter, the three-point try that won't go down, and Goo Kennedy with the rebound. Spirits with a chance to add to a 2-point lead as Driscoll jumps and misses. Rebound, Goo in the lane. Goes up with it. He's got it again.
A tough man on the offensive boards. That's his 4th basket of the night, I believe, Bob.
It is 18-14. Spirits by 4, their biggest lead. Along the right baseline, Tom Owens passes out of traffic to Carter, and there's a foul on that play. Joe Belmont making the call against Marvin Barnes on the pass by Owens. I believe that's team foul number 4 on the Spirits. Yes, it is. 2nd on Marvin. But the Spirits are going to call a timeout before Memphis puts the ball back in play. 2:52 to go in the first quarter. Spirits 18, Memphis 14. This is Spirits basketball.
It's such a stiff, it's beyond belief.
Good shit, Bob. You know, like he's going to get the ball, like not even over trying to foul. Hey, Bob, you say you got it straight now again. At Friday, this is a bargain night. It's buy one, get one free. See? It's not the old family night. It's bargain night. Okay? So just keep referring to bargain night. I feel.
Yeah, what? No, but I can get, yeah, he does. You want them both? Want us both to wear them? Okay. Loop that around your right ear. Let's take a look at some of those first quarter statistics as we have them so far. The Spirits have shot 50% from the floor on 9 of 18, and Goo Kennedy is 4 of 5 with 5 rebounds. As for Memphis, only 6 of 19 from the field. That's only 32%. Rebounds and turnovers even up. 11 boards for each team, and they've both thrown it away 3 times. The foul against Marvin Barnes was the last play before the timeout, so Memphis will have the ball on the side. 2 minutes and 52 seconds to play, and this is the first quarter. And the Spirits looking for their first road win in almost 2 months. They haven't won since late November when they beat San Diego in San Diego. Out in front, 18-14 here. Williams, top of the key. Pick by Carter doesn't work, but Williams takes it all the way before feeding off to Finch. Finch now holding it high against Lewis and giving to Stu Johnson, and Johnson hits finally from the outside. And that could be the first of many. You've got to marvel at the outside shooting touch of Stu Johnson. Almost throwing the ball away, but Marvin saves it. Out to Driscoll. Terry the jumper. In and out. No luck on the shot. Rebound. Kicking out to Stu Johnson. Gives it to Finch, and then up to Chuck Williams. Williams, top of the key. Out to Stu Johnson. Three-pointer Stu. No good. Too long. Rebound comes out to Steve Jones. Chuck Williams just looked at the rebound and let Steve have it. Right side, Marvin along the baseline. Spirits by 2 in the lane. Shot blocked away from Kennedy that time by Owens. Go looking for points 9 and 10, but Owens took them away. Johnson back with the jumper, and Stu Johnson ties the game at 18. We've got exactly 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Neither team has gone with a lineup change yet. You see Freddie Lewis holding up 5 fingers, indicating a set play. Owens goes for the steal, doesn't get it. This is Steve Jones. Into Goo Kennedy, the follow-away. Not for Goo this time. And the ball knocked out of bounds, apparently by Terry Driscoll, as he battles Larry Finch for the rebound. And now Memphis will have a chance to go in front again. We're tied at 18. A minute 40 to play in the first quarter. Williams, guarded by Steve Jones, loses him at the foul line momentarily, but the jumper is too long. And Marvin has the rebound on a hop. He gives to Freddie. Looking to set up. Freddie stops and pops, blocked away by Finch, but a foul on Larry Finch. And Freddie Lewis is going to go to the free throw line here. Freddie Lewis, a member of the Eastern team's starting 5 for the All-Star game, which will be played on Tuesday, January 28th in San Antonio. Marvin Barnes will join him. 2 out of the 5 Eastern starters, representatives of the Spirits of St. Louis, and Freddie misses the first one. Freddie is 4th in the ABA in free throw shooting this year, and he missed them both. I guess I put the jinx on him. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and I think the Spirits are going to retain possession. Yes, they will. Getting a break. Memphis last to touch it. So although Lewis is blanked at the stripe, the Spirits will have a chance to get the basket back. Tied at 18, 1:25 to play. Driscoll into Marvin, bobbles it, then puts it up and in. And Marvin Barnes puts the Spirits in front by 2 at 20-18. 6 for Marvin on the night. Moving it across Larry Finch. In the lane to Owens. Driscoll knocked it away, and Terry on the foul. That should be number 5 on the Spirits. Over the limit now with a minute 12 to play in the period. And Owens at the free throw line. Goo Kennedy argues the Spirits case with Bob Serafin, but to no avail. And Owens goes to the line. Had to be one of the all-time great trades to bring Freddie Lewis here in exchange for T.O., Harry.
Well, we're happy for the trade. Tom has played quite well for Memphis, but anytime you can trade a backup center for an all-star guard, I think you want to make the trade.
Owens making 1 of 2 and cutting the Spirit lead to 1 at 20-19. Friday night at the arena, San Antonio Spurs with 2 all-stars of their own. And it's bargain night. You buy one, you get one free. And Goo Kennedy is going to get one free here after hitting the field goal. Going to the line looking for the 3-point play, and he's in double figures already in this first period with 10, looking for 11. Spirits in front, 22-19.
When we're moving the ball quickly, Bob, we're freeing somebody underneath, either Goo or Marvin, and collectively they've scored virtually all their points within 5 feet of the basket.
So far, the lineup change is instituted for this one by Bob McKinnon, paying some handsome dividends. 3-point play for Goo as he makes the free throw. 23-19, Spirits by 4. They led by that many once before. Memphis has never led by more than 2. Finch gives to Owens. Stu Johnson behind the Owens pick. Picked up by Driscoll at the foul line. Given to Chuck Williams. 14 on the shot clock. Out to Stu Johnson. Long bomb. No for Stu Johnson. Finch knocked the rebound away, and they're going to say keep it down here, and I don't know how. Finch knocked the ball out of bounds. He was obviously last to touch it, but Bob Serafin did not see it that way, and Carter will make the inbound play. Barnes with the hands up. Out to Finch. Top of the key, the jump. Too long. Rebound fought for, and now we're going to get a rebounding foul on Stu Johnson. And Johnson isn't too happy with that call. 38 seconds to play in the first period. 23-19, Spirits by 4. Lewis and Jones bringing it up. Ready to the front court now. Yelling out a set play. Spirits can just about hold for 1. There's a little bit more time left in the quarter than on the shot clock. 25 in the quarter and about 17 on the shot clock. Lewis given to Goo Kennedy. Stu Johnson picking him up. Driscoll top of the key, and Owens on him tough. Terry putting it on the floor, then kicking it, getting it back, and giving to Freddie Lewis. Spirits having trouble. Only 2 seconds on the shot clock. Forced jumper by Freddie Lewis is good.
We'll take it.
Desperation. It wasn't planned that way, but it went down. 3 seconds. 2. Carter's pass stolen by Freddie Lewis. There's the first quarter horn. So the Spirits, with the aid of the desperation jumper to beat the 30-second clock by Freddie Lewis, go out of this first period with the score St. Louis 25, Memphis 19. This is Spirits basketball.
Hey, Bob. Something important. All in this issue. What happens if you get the
Yeah, go ahead.
So when you come back correctly, say, well, whatever way you want to work that correction, it's actually bargain.
Yeah.
Buy 1 ticket. And
Absolutely, Ted.
Same value, absolutely free. Call the Spirits office right now, okay?
Okay, got it.
Here's the promo. So.
Do you know the rest of the rosters for the West and the East?
Outside the starting lineup.
reserves for sure. I'm going to I just didn't start. Oh, it's between Johnson and Cutter on this.
As we get set to start the second quarter, let's clear something up here. Friday night, as we mentioned, at the arena with San Antonio, bargain night. Not one of the Spirits' family nights. There will be more family nights as the season goes along. The difference being here, on bargain night, you buy one ticket and you get one absolutely free. So that might work out even better for you than family night. You buy one, you get one free. We've got the media game between the halves of that game. Members of the St. Louis media, press, radio, and TV, taking on the all-star squad from the Spirits office staff. And I understand, Harry, you have been practicing in secret, and you're ready.
I'm waiting for you, Bob. This is a big one. You know that.
Hey, listen, 8 different people have said they want to play me defensively. 4 guys have got to be open on that media team if everybody's playing me. I'm going to set an assist record. This is Steve Jones in the corner. And inside to Marvin, feeding off to Goo. That's the way to work it, but Goo blows the stuff shot. And they're getting on him a little bit. They worked the ball very, very well, but for some reason, Goo missed the chippy. I was all set to say that it was a perfectly executed play, but you've got to end them with the ball going through the bucket. And Goo went for the crowd pleaser and came up empty. Stu Johnson, 25-19 as Johnson puts up a three-pointer and misses. Third three-pointer he's missed. Marvin the rebound. Here comes a 2-on-1. Steve Jones off to Driscoll, and Terry lays it up and in. And the Spirits are up now by 8 at 27-19. And Marvin made the play with the good outlet pass. And that's what he's got to do more often. Look for that open man as soon as he pulls the board down.
We're beginning to move the ball down the floor and picking up on defense. We're helping each other out, and that was a classic example where Stu Johnson was open for the shot but picked up.
First minute of the second quarter as George Carter misses. Memphis has been cold. Kennedy the rebound. Spirits come back leading by 8. Lewis almost lost it. Barnes covered up. Marvin with a dribble right side. Out to Steve. Fakes on Finch and jumps. Too long this time. Rebound tap try by Marvin. And I believe we'll get a rebounding foul on moving Marvin. Yes, we will. And that is personal foul number 3 on Marvin Barnes. Don't see any movement at all on the Spirits bench. So Bob McKinnon will ride with Marvin for the time being. 10:52 to play in the second quarter. Spirits' first ever yearbook is now on sale for only $1. Yearbook packed with pictures and information. You can pick it up next time you're at the arena or by sending a mail request to the Spirits at 5050 Oakland Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, and they'll take care of the postage and handling. Only $1. Collis Jones, a missed jumper, but Williams puts in the second try. Collis Jones just into that Memphis lineup at a forward spot, replacing Stu Johnson. Missed there, but Williams followed. 27-21. Fly Williams will be checking in shortly for St. Louis. He's up off the bench, making his way to the scorer's table. This is Steve Jones. Into Marvin, left side of the lane. The short jump, Marvin, yes! 29-21. Again, the Spirits by 8. We've got 10-11 to play in the second quarter. Finch on the move, left side. And he's picked up by Freddie Lewis. Shovels it out to Collis Jones. Jones out of Notre Dame. This is Williams whirling inside with the hook against Steve Jones. It's an air ball. Jones with the rebound. Reverse layup try no good. Tap try Owens no good. And who knocked it out? Goo Kennedy. Memphis will retain possession. Steve Jones will go out. And Fly Williams will come in, but the crowd is reacting to Rick Mount, who is making his first appearance in the Memphis lineup in almost 2 months, since breaking his collarbone in a game against the Spirits here in Memphis a couple of months back. That is Mount with the basketball. He was averaging better than 20 points before he was injured. Into Carter, and his shot blocked by Marvin. Owens walked with the ball, obviously, and there's the call. Traveling violation against Tom Owens.
I think Rudy Marsky helped make that call, Ben.
Rudy can get on those officials. At the arena, you can hear him all the way across the court.
He's our 6th man.
I don't know whether he is going to be the head speaker at the referees convention during the off-season or not. Shot by Marvin from the left side is in and out. And Memphis has the rebound. This is Collis Jones inside and blocked by Driscoll. Pretty defensive play. Lewis going to throw it the length to Goo Kennedy, who was alone, and this time he decides to lay it in instead of going for the stuff shot. And now Memphis wants a timeout. So Goo Kennedy, learning from experience, hits the layup, and Goo now has 13 points. The Spirits have a 10-point lead at 31-21, and this is Spirits basketball.
Hey, Goo. That's $100 for that stuff shot. $100.
Goo. Looking at scoring, Goo Kennedy with 13, Marvin with 8. Stu Johnson, before he went out, was the high man from Memphis. He had 8 points. Early in the second quarter, 9 minutes and 21 seconds to play. 31-21, St. Louis by 10. And now Gus Gerard and Fly Williams have checked into the Spirits lineup. Gerard replacing Terry Driscoll at a forward spot. All right, here's Williams giving the ball to George Carter. Gus Gerard on the defense. Mount with his first shot in a couple of months, and he hits it. Picked right up where he left off. He was averaging better than 20 and hitting 50% on three-pointers before his unfortunate injury. Mount having possibly his finest season as a pro. Marvin with the ball on a high post. This is Gus Gerard missing off the back of the rim. Rebound knocked around. And Tom Owens, who has done a good job on the boards, clears this one out. Giving it to Mount. Pass in the lane, knocked away and almost stolen, but Collis Jones has it. Now to Carter in traffic on the run. In and out for him. Owens the rebound up and in. Tom Owens getting position on the offensive boards and following in the missed shot by George Carter. 31-25. Spirits led by as many as 10, now by 6. 8.5 to play, second quarter. Lewis is picked up immediately by Rick Mount. This is Marvin up high. And Marvin feeding off in the air, but knocked away by Tom Owens. Williams is ahead of everybody. Foot race with the fly. Williams wins it to the bucket. And the layup cuts St. Louis's lead to 4 at 31-27. Fly Williams moving it across. Left side to Gus Gerard. Came out of Virginia following his junior season. Now to Fly right side. Fly with a jumper. First shot of the night. Clean as a whistle for Fly Williams. He's got 2 on his first field goal. 33-27. Spirits by 6 again with 7:50 to play in the second quarter. Rick Mount moves it across. This is George Carter. Trying to lose Gerard on an Owens pick, but he can't. Carter now off to Owens left side. Back to Carter. Pretty give and go. Works for 2. 33-29. 7:30 to play, second quarter, as Lewis moves it across. Marvin again up high. Owens checking him. Knocks it away, but Marvin goes back to pick it up. Now on a dribble. Feeds off right side of the Fly. That one worked nicely. Marvin with the assist. Fly with his second field goal. 35-29. Spirits open it to 6 again. Moving it across Chuck Williams. Left side Collis Jones, and he hits. First field goal of the night for Collis Jones. 35-31. 7 minutes exactly remaining in the second quarter. Fly Williams yelling something out as he moves it across. Along the sideline, Gus Gerard holding it over the head. This is Marvin with the long jump, and it's too long. Off the back of the rim, and Owens again is there in the middle to pull it down. Chuck Williams at a trot across the midcourt line to T.O. He's got that kind of range and proves it. 35-31. St. Louis's lead is 4, and Bob McKinnon wants a timeout. 6:34 to play, second quarter. Spirits 35. And the Sounds 33. St. Louis by 2. This is Spirits of St. Louis basketball. Ted.
Nice commercial position.
We've got 6 minutes and 34 seconds to play in the second quarter. The scoreboard was a little bit slow after that basket by Owens, so when I first took a look up at the clock, I believe I said 35-31. It's 35-33 after the basket by Owens. Spirits, who led by 10, have had that advantage sliced to 2 now. Once again, we remind you, the San Antonio Spurs, one of the most exciting teams with some of the finest talent that you're going to find anywhere, will be coming in on Friday night, bargain night. You buy one ticket, you get one free. Game time is 7:30, and at halftime, the media game. We'll be talking more about it later. Tom Inglesby is into the Spirits lineup. He replaces Freddie Lewis as Freddie gets a rest, and Maurice Lucas has come in for Marvin Barnes. Marvin leaves with 3 fouls, and this is Lucas with the ball up top, guarded by Tom Owens. Looks like the offense bogging down a little bit. Here's Gerard, right side, has the ball knocked away, and what's the call going to be? A double dribble on Gus Gerard. And maybe Carlos Jones didn't touch it. Maybe Gus just lost it and tried to resume the dribble. Mel Daniels comes into the lineup, replacing Tom Owens. Daniels, once the premier player in the American Basketball Association, MVP twice in '69 and in '71. Only player ever to play in all 7 ABA All-Star games as Rick Mount hits again and ties the game at 35. Mel Daniels, we were starting to say, has been reduced now by age and injuries to a backup center behind Tom Owens. 35 apiece. Brand new ball game with 5:50 to play in the second quarter. Lucas and Daniels on the defense. Inglesby has it knocked away and stolen by Rick Mount. A long feed for Daniels. Foot race with Goo Kennedy, but Goo got a hand in front like a defensive back, knocking away a long pass and knocked it out of bounds. The ball will belong to Memphis with 5:40 to play in the second quarter. Joe Belmont will hand the ball to Mel Daniels. In it goes to Chuck Williams, and he's guarded by Fly Williams. Carlos Jones to Rick Mount, swinging it around to George Carter. Backing away from Gerard, now to Chuck Williams. Right baseline jumper by Carlos Jones is no good. And fighting for position are Lucas and Daniels picks up the foul. And there you see Mel Daniels explaining a little bit of a pantomime there as he made it clear to Bob Serafin that he thought that his arm was being held by Maurice Lucas. Serafin saw it differently. Spirits have the ball, trying to break out of a 35-all tie with 5:20 to play, second quarter. Lucas to the Fly the jumper, and the Spirits have the lead back. 37-35, and Fly Williams has 6 points.
That basket was a long time coming.
It was. They had outscored us, I believe, by 12-2 in one stretch. Here's Rick Mount falling inside and finally missing one, but Daniels clears, gives to Mount again, and Mount misses again. Rebound, Fly Williams. Fly's going to bring it out of the backcourt himself. On the move, top of the key, loses the dribble. Lucas picks it up and pops the jumper. That's no good. Rebound, Mel Daniels. Lucas steals it right away. Cross court to Gerard in the lane. Back to Maurice. Puts it up and no good. Rebound knocked out. Maurice has it back. Spirits hanging on to the ball at least. Out to Fly Williams. And Bob McKinnon yells, set it up from the Spirits bench. Spirits looking to control things again. Here's Lucas guarded by Daniels. 16 on the shot clock to Goo Kennedy. Goo the jumper. He's got 15 points on the night. 39-35. Spirits by 4 as Williams moves it slowly across the midcourt line. Fly Williams picks him up. Chuck on the dribble. Looking to use a Daniels pick. But Fly fights off of it. Chuck Williams still with the dribble. Now throws one up, and it's no good but a foul. And I guess they're going to call the Fly on the personal. That's what it is. And Chuck Williams is going to go to the free throw line. We've got 4 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the second quarter. It's 39-35 St. Louis. Teams traded baskets early. Then the Spirits got out to a 10-point lead. Coming back to tie it was Memphis at 35. Spirits hit the next 2 field goals to go up 39-35, and now Williams hits from the free throw line. 39-36. Good look at Chuck Williams as he puts it up and in. 39-37. 4:05 to play, first half. The Fly moves it across. Left side to Goo Kennedy. Played last year at San Antonio. Free agent acquisition for the Spirits early this season. And Lucas throws the ball beyond the Fly. Maurice didn't realize that the Fly was cutting to the basket off the left baseline and threw it behind him. 3:50 to play. 39-37. With this one, Memphis can tie the game. Chuck Williams looping it into Mel Daniels. Lucas picking him up. Outside to Carter. On a dribble against Gus Gerard. And a foul on Gus Gerard. Maybe you heard Rudy Martzke off to the side. making his disapproval clear. And Joe Belmont has a few words with Rudy Martzke, too. Maybe you heard Joe. He said, if you want to cheer, go sit in the stands. You want to sit here at the press table? Control yourself. Rudy will try. Daniels with the ball right side as Memphis inbounds. Foul line fadeaway. No, but a foul on the play, and Maurice Lucas is the guilty party. Daniels will go to the free throw line for a couple. When they play the All-Star game at San Antonio on January 28th, they will play it without Mel Daniels, and that, Harry, will be the first time that's happened in 7 years.
And Mel's been plagued with a lot of injuries this year, and you hate to see it. He's been a great, great basketball player.
He misses the first one off the back of the rim. Rookie of the year in the ABA's first season. MVP the next, and again in 71. Next one is up. And it's in and out. He missed them both. And the Spirits hang on to the 2-point lead at 39-37. Fly Williams in the front court. Around a Goo Kennedy pick for a long jumper that is too long. And Gerard with the rebound for the fall away. And followed up and in by Goo Kennedy. They won't count it. Offensive goaltending looked like a good call that time. Goo got it while it was on the rim.
Yeah, it was in the cylinder.
All right, Memphis comes back, a chance to tie it again, 39-37. 3:11 to play, first half. Mount with the basketball, his first game back since coming off the broken collarbone. Inglesby on the defense. Foul line jumper from Mount. Inglesby blocked it, but he also got a piece of Rick Mount, who's going to go to the free throw line. Inglesby has not seen too much playing time recently. When the Spirits first picked him up, they used him fairly extensively. In one game in San Diego, which was the last time the Spirits have won away from home, Inglesby had a 27-point night. At the free throw line, Rick Mount, and he cans the first one. On the season, Mount is at 85% from the line. And the Spirits are going to bring in almost a whole new team. Barnes, Driscoll, Lewis, and Jones all set to come back in before Rick Mount takes his next one. Let's see who stays. Gerard will stay. And Goo Kennedy, I believe, is going to come out, although he doesn't know it. He's just standing there in the backcourt. And finally, Freddie Lewis is explaining it, as Joe Belmont tells Bob McKinnon as if he didn't know that he had 6 guys out there. Now we've got things squared away. Little platoon basketball here. 4 guys coming in at once. 3:02 to play. And Rick Mount has one more. He puts it up and good. Rick Mount, one of the all-time great collegiate scorers for 3 years at Purdue. Hasn't had as much success as a pro, although this is probably his finest year. Lewis, the jumper left side, and Freddie, speaking of guys having their finest seasons, hits to put the Spirits in front, 41-39. 2:47 to play. Mount the jumper, and it's too long off the back of the rim, and Gerard boxing out both Carter and Daniels to pull it down. Spirits back quickly. Freddie stops and pops. It's short. Rebound, Driscoll in traffic, up and no good. Rebound out to Freddie. As it knocked away, gets it back. Jumper in traffic, no, but Driscoll hits.
A great play by Freddie Lewis. That was actually a pass.
All right, Freddie getting rid of it at the last minute to Terry Driscoll. 43-39. Collis Jones, top of the key. Room for the alumnus from Notre Dame, but he doesn't take the shot. To Carter, and then right back to Collis Jones. Jones was with that Notre Dame team along with Austin Carr that broke the first of the long UCLA winning streaks. Missing the shot, but Finch with the rebound, right side. Knocking it away from Daniels is Driscoll, but Mel gets it back. 1 second on the shot clock, and they don't get the shot away. They had popped the one shot, Harry, but it never hit the rim, and of course that's the rule. It has to hit the rim, or else the 30-second clock keeps on ticking.
That's exactly it.
30-second violation gives it back to the Spirits. Speaking of that 30-second clock, both you and I feel it should be a 24-second clock.
Without question. Pick up the intensity of the game here, and I think improve the defense. 30 seconds is just too long.
Freddie Lewis with the ball, and Larry Finch with the defense. Top of the key, Lewis. Right side, Marvin. Holding it high in the lane. Driscoll turning and jumping, and there's a foul on the play. He was held. Looks like Collis Jones on the foul. And Driscoll will go to the free throw line. The Spirits offices are open now. They're open during the game, and the phone number is 533-6700. You can talk to them about half-season tickets. They have them at very reasonable prices. Maybe you'd like to get in on bargain night, Friday night, at San Antonio, or with San Antonio, I should say. Of course, it's at the arena. 533-6700. You can call them now. Driscoll at the foul line, off to Gus Gerard for the step shot, and Terry made the unselfish play, passing up the shot of his own to spot Gus Gerard all alone underneath.
and getting Gus into the scoring column, I believe, for the first time tonight.
Gus has been in a little bit of a slump, hasn't he, Harry?
Yes, he has. The shooting has not been too good, and although his defensive play is beginning to pick up.
Daniels at the foul line on a drive against Driscoll, missing the shot, came up short with it, and Terry with the rebound. Coming up to the 1-minute mark as we come back. Gerard the jumper. He missed that one, tried to bank it. Rebound swatted around, and Carter comes away with it. Out it goes to Rick Mount with 53 seconds to play. Mount passing off underneath to Collis Jones, who hits and is fouled. The basket and one for Collis Jones. The foul is on Terry Driscoll. 45-41. Spirit lead is cut to 4, and Collis Jones will try and make that 3 as he goes to the line with 50 seconds to play in the second quarter. He'll have 2 to make 1 because the Spirits are over the limit, but he won't need the extra one. He makes the first. 45-42. Steve Jones moves it across against Rick Mount. Far sideline. Steve still with the dribble. Pass off to Driscoll. He lost it. Daniels took it away. Loose on the floor, and Daniels chases it down, saves it out to Mount. Spirits bench thought he walked. No call. Finch a jumper right side. Banks it up and no good. Lewis the rebound. 31 seconds to play. Spirits will hold for 1 as Lewis slows it up in the backcourt. 45-42. St. Louis by 3. There's Bob McKinnon yelling the instructions from the Spirits bench. In the backcourt, you see, we have what is known as a sparse crowd here at the Mid-South Coliseum. Larry Finch on the defense. Lewis to Marvin. And Driscoll has the ball, guarded by Daniels. Now Freddie along the baseline. Pulls up. Finch knocked it away. Freddie got it back, and there's the 30-second clock going off. Freddie was set to try and beat the clock with the shot, but Finch knocked it away. 30-second violation, and now with 2 seconds to play in the second quarter, Memphis has the ball, and they've got to get away a shot quickly. Mount throws it in, a long looper. Daniels has it knocked away to Collis Jones, got it away. It's no good. Jones beat the buzzer with the shot, but he missed it. It would have been a three-pointer had it gone down. First half scores, St. Louis 45, Memphis 42. This is Spirits of St. Louis basketball.